Good evening for the final time. This evening we are the Delta group for the last time presenting in our Philosophy of Education class, and our group again consists of Terry Hervey, Keelan Logan, Clint Maddox, and I'm Josh Hamilton. In our final presentation, we are going to be looking at the idea of nihilism embedded in postmodernism. And as we do this along the way, we're going to do a few things. We're going to talk about nihilism. We're going to look at a lot of different people who have contributed to nihilism and postmodernism. And I may butcher some of the names along the way. Let's get that out up front. But along the way, we're also going to talk about how this, of course, intertwines with education, how it looks at ethics and politics and laws and all the things that philosophies try to do, and we're going to work to make this idea of nihilism, which is the negation of all these meaningless things, these meaningless objects, and how that can be embedded into postmodernism. So to begin with, we're looking at the next slide that says, is there a way out of nihilism that postmodernists project? And we can say yes, according to some philosophers such as Nietzsche, Camus, and Rorty, who we're going to look at. We can first go and look to Alan Pratt, and you can see the citation down there, who says, "I praise who do not reproach nihilism's arrival. I believe it's one of the greatest crises at a moment of self-reflection of humanity. Whether man recovers from it, whether it becomes a master of the crisis, is a question of strength." What he's saying here is that Camus, like other existentialists, are convinced that nihilism is a vexing problem of the 20th century. This idea that we can be passionate individuals who endure these effects. In his most famous works, talks about the difficulty in facing and building a convincing case to push people to reject inside of nihilism. And when we talk about postmodernist projections, we can go on to look at the next slide. So we're going to start to try to tie these together. Now, when we look at postmodernism projections,